Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video, we're going to take another look at Euro Swiss. Talked about Euro Swiss a while back and about the fact that the euro was weakening against the Swiss franc due to the recent disparity or divergence between the central banks, where you have the Swiss National Bank hiking interest rates for the first time in quite a while, and then you've got the ECB, which at the time hadn't increased interest rates. Obviously we've seen the increase now, but they've acted a little bit too late, which has put the euro under some significant pressure. And you can see here we've been very bearish on this market for some time now. Now what's interesting about this market though is that we've come back down into this monthly area of support. So you can see back when we had the depegging of the euro and the Swiss franc, price fell to around about these lows here, and we bounced to the upside. So we're back in and around that area now, which is quite interesting to see. So would we naturally see a little bit of profit taking coming into the market from this area? That's what I'm trying to find out here. Do we get some kind of relief rally to this downward pressure that we've seen? Because we're back at a major swing point in the market where we had a significant increase in the price. If we look at it from when price got to that low, we had, a 2,200 pip move from that area. I'm not saying that we'll get that again, but are we going to see a relief rally? Maybe even if it's only into sort of these lows, but that is still like a 500 pip rally before seeing a continuation to the downside here for Euro Swiss. So big major level. It's kind of the similar thing up here where price came up into the 1.2, which was the major level before that news, which saw price drop to the downside, and we just tapped into that level, and at the time the price was fairly bullish. We were looking at a strong bullish trend at that point, and then we had a really big reversal from that area. Kind of got a similar thing here now. Price is looking very bearish coming into that level. Could we start to see buyers start stepping back into the market? Like I said, even if it's only into previous structure. So if we go down to a weekly time frame, very bearish coming into here. If we go down into a daily as well, still very bearish. Started to pick up yesterday, but price has ended up being a bearish engulfing candle, which could entice some sellers into the market here. Now what's interesting from my point of view is the 4-hour time frame. So I showed a strategy a while back, and it's one of the simplest strategies when trading, and it's an RSI divergence strategy. Okay, so if I actually go into the indicators here, if you go down to oscillators, you should see all these different types of oscillators down here, and you should see the relative strength index. So if I was to put a relative strength index on and just zoom out, so it's a 10 period RSI, what you'll notice is price is making lower lows, but the RSI indicator is making a higher low at the moment, which is a good sign of a potential reversal, especially when we're at major areas of support and resistance. If you were to use this just on its own without any kind of other confluences, it wouldn't be that successful. But if you start adding further confluences in, like big areas of support and resistance, volume profile, things like that, they can be very useful tools. So the RSI is showing a divergence in price here. If I just go back to the weekly time frame, one of my favorite ways to use an RSI tool is when it goes into an overbought or oversold condition on a weekly chart, because you've got so much more data, and quite often it can lead to a bit of a reversal in the market. So if we look at the sort of past couple of ones, we saw a decent reversal from there. Price came into it there. We had a big reversal in the market. We came down, and when we started coming back through, we had that kind of little bit of a move to the upside there. Here, when we started to push back through the RSI, we started to move to the downside. Now we haven't pushed back through yet, so it's a very early signal, but we are in that oversold condition, which was below 30. So maybe if next week we get quite a significant bullish candlestick here and price pushes back on the RSI above 30, it could be an opportunity to see a reversal in the market. Now, if you want to look for the early move, the 4-hour also is looking pretty good here. And if we were to see a bit of a bullish move out of this market, we could be looking for price to pull back into previous structure highs. So for instance, if price was to come back into here, where that selling pressure came from before, we could look for a head and shoulders pattern where you have the left shoulder, the head, the right shoulder coming in at the left shoulder support, and we could expect maybe a break to the upside after that, if obviously market conditions allow us to look for that move in the first place. But really interesting that we're coming into a monthly support. So at monthly support, we have RSI divergence. The only thing that's going against us here really is the fundamentals at the moment. Okay. But it doesn't mean we can't see price give us that relief rally. Okay. So we're not expecting a big overall change in trend. We're just expecting previous highs to be tested, or even these kind of structural lows back through here to be tested. So keep an eye on Euro Swiss. Back at a key major level, could expect some kind of relief rally in the market. Thanks for watching this video update. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more Forex trading content, and I'll catch you in the next video.